dust control is here. And in fact, very much. Oh my gosh! There was a little bit, just a tiny bit more mud than I was expecting. I knew it rained the day before, but whoa! Oh, we're going. I'm checking the button. And not my best start, but not a bad start. I'm gunning it. I'm putting a 300 to the straightaway test. Rolling in hot. Number 2. Dave Palmer, number 1. Oh, I just get bounced to number 4. And we're going. I'm testing out this new 2-inch lowering kit from WP, and so far so good. But we'll see. We got more on that later. Oh, I think I just got bumped to 5th. Like I said in the previous video, it's a lot easier counting the places you're in whenever you're close to the front. When I get bad starts, I'm just like, hey, I'm somewhere in here. Oh, getting past. The faster guys are making their way. Whoops. I kinda, yeah, messed that one up a little bit. But I didn't gain a spot, so we're not gonna count it. Which, speaking of that, I heard someone got bumped out of our class for taking a really big shortcut. They went from number 1 at the end of the race to I don't know what. But our number 2 guy, Dave Palmer, moved up from 2 to 1 because either someone got bumped a lap or disqualified. It certainly wasn't me because, you know, I'm never number 1. I'm trying to work my way up to it though. This course was great. This, even though it's really early in the season, this is my vote for track of the year. This place was great. There was stuff that I have never raced before that, I don't know, the off-camber hills, the just different, everything was so different than any track I've ever raced before, and it was like really super exciting and cool. You really had to watch what was coming up around the turn because this was a track, if you gave it too much gas or you had too much speed and then something was coming up really sharp, you were like screwed. So if you look at the percentage scale on the bottom right, you'll be able to see all the different variations in the transitions and percentages of how we're going and stuff. So let's see. Temperature 64 degrees, not bad. Good riding weather. Speaking of that, I'm glad it wasn't any bit warmer because of somehow, some mystery, the bladder for my hydration pack was not in my hydration pack when I got to the races. I grabbed my gallon of water and I'm getting ready to pour it in and I open it up. There's no bladder in there. I was like, are you kidding me? I'm going through my gear. I'm looking. I looked like 3 times in the back of the Flex, looking for the gear, through my gearbox. No, nothing. I was like, oh boy. I put 2 water bottles in there like, hey, I gotta do something. So that was that. I don't know. Should I pack an extra one just in case of something like that? I'll just put it on my checklist to check before the race. There's certain races that this 300cc motor would really come in and shine. To me, this race was one of them because I just lugged that motor up the hills. I was like 1 gear too heavy and just was still making up the hill, just no problem at all. The 2-inch lowering kit, oh my gosh, pivot turns, footing, as I'm saying footing, I defooted myself, and 002 makes a little move by me. I'm trying to get my footing. Steve Bazard makes a move on me too. Steve's doing good this year. Well, I'll tell you who's on fire this year. Super fire. Dave Palmer. He is killing it. I think he has like second, first so far. And I was expecting to come in this year with last year's experience and be maybe top 10 almost every race, at least top 15. And I have been doing horrible. I mean, like unbelievable. I feel like I'm starting all over again. But you know what? New bike, new whatever. Maybe I just came in a little bit too confident. I don't know. So look at this. Check this out. Whoa, we're going down. Whoa, over some boards. That should have been my first sign of, there's a little bit of water here. And it did rain the night before, so, This is just, I don't know, there's people all over the place on this course. You usually might see one rider, you know, off to the side or something, but there was like, boom, around this corner, rider down. Oh, boom, this corner, there's pile up with some riders down, you know. So I'm just like, I really wanted to make good line choices here, because once I figured out that it was wet, I was like, yep, I don't want to get stuck. I don't want to get stuck. Because getting stuck sucks. So we're out at Ellsworth. This is called the Twin Bay Hare Scramble. I bought a t-shirt and it has some other name on there, so I'm gonna have to correct that in the title. But the people that put out this race, that put in the work to get these paths going and this track going, oh man, bravo, bravo! I am certainly voting for track of the year so far. Oh, here we go. Nope, and here we go. Yep, just turn your heads to the corner. You didn't see that. Bleep. There was carnage going on, and I wasn't in the mood for it. I had bigger fish to fry out here. So we're going. Look, check out this train. Woo. You know, I watched some other people's videos that, oh, look at this. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Gladius John. I've been checking out him this year, and he just raced a race that was like in the mountains or something, and he has some hill climbs and some everything going on. I was like, wow, man, I'm so jealous of, you know, the train that some of these guys get to race in different states. And this one was definitely, oh yeah, I already found my first flaw of the 2-inch lowering kit and not respringing it for my weight, because I wanted to check it out first. I hit a not even big bump in the, it was like a little hole, and something that I wouldn't normally even flinch at. Well, it bottomed out the suspension, and all the impact went into my left wrist. Well, you know, I have a hairline fracture in my left hand, so yeah, that did not feel good at all. I mean, like, at all. It hurt. So at least I knew, okay, I better watch out for this. Gonna be ordering some springs tomorrow, so lo and behold, I'll get things straightened out. With this course being 9 miles long, kind of thought we really didn't need to go through this corn crap. And there's a low spot there, and this low spot must be going down this whole hill valley thing, because every pass going back is right back through it. So here we go. I'm just gonna gun it right through. Alright, that one made it through. I had some good speed. Oh, I just got passed. Oh my God. Here we go. Give it gas. Give it gas. Yep. Just gotta. Oh, look at. There's Steve. How did I? Oh, Steve just. Watch us. Watch us.
Oh, Steve, don't fall.
Oh, that's what I was talking about. He gunned it, and he just went down the hill. He went into the valley of death. So luckily it wasn't worse. Luckily it wasn't like rocks, boulders in a river or swamp down there. Look at little kid, younger kid. He's probably young X-Class rider, and he got stuck. And he's, you know, this was definitely a course if you weren't out to try doing good and you just wanted to, look at rider down. If you wanted to help some people, you could have helped some people pulling bikes out of mud. You could have stopped, and I could have helped that kid up. You know, all right, back to the corn. And I'm going, and I'm like, I'm not seeing any markers. Where do I go? Where do I go? I'm looking. Oh, there's some random corner to take. Okay. Oh, these are down, but let me try staying on the path. I don't know. It is what it is. We're the last group to go. I would have thought this would be a little bit more pathed up better to see where I'm supposed to be going, but you know, I'm trying to stay on course. I'm don't really cut the course at all. I might cut a corner once the path starts, but like look at that, those are gone. Those are gone. I felt like people behind me were just gonna go straight and just buzz right down past me, but I guess not, because no one passed me. I'm going. You can tell I'm a gear up higher. Should have been a gear lower. Oh well. Oh, mud bog. And oh, get ready. There's gonna be someone stuck down here. There was some super deep ruts starting to form, and this is. Keep in mind, this is only for the C class. This is only our first lap. So all this carnage right here. All this carnage is because we had so many groups of riders going ahead of us that it's like their second time going around. Well, it's our first time. Now, I thought this was Dave Palmer up here. I said something to him about being stuck, and he was like, no, I never got stuck. And now they look at the footage. Dave's all black and gray with his little outfit, so that wasn't Dave. But I thought it was Dave the whole time. So I know that Dave's been on fire, so I was like, ooh, Dave's down and I'm ahead of him? Oh boy, I'm gonna...
Golly.
Yep.
No, this lower hit is not good over bumps.
I just got hit in the wrist again. Either that or it was the first time. But yeah, so in my mind, I was like, ooh, I'm ahead of Dave, and Dave's, you know, been in the top 2 positions this whole race. Yay, let me keep going at it. So I'm going. We're strolling through this woods. This was a halfway technical race. This was, for me it was. A lot of other people that I talked to, they said, wow, I've never raced anything like this before, and being this is only my, you know, beginning of second year racing, it was my first time ever racing like something like this before, but I was really, if this,
go on.
I'm trying to listen to what I was saying, and I didn't even hear, and lost my concentration. I'm just going. This path was a little bit confusing because it's a newer course, so you know, a tight single track, and I'm trying to see through the woods, am I going the right way? I don't want to make a wrong turn and totally mess up everything, so I'm just kind of whatever. I know that there's a guy behind me, so I'm gonna gun it on some of the straightaways because I can hear people behind me, you know, and you just know they're there, and everyone that's behind me is in my class because we're the last class going, and none of the faster riders have lapped us yet. So I know that anyone that's on my butt is in my class. Unless I'm really, really holding them up and they're just like, I guess, putting it on rev limiter and gonna blow on by me, then, you know, yeah, I'll let them by. But if you're in my class, let's duke it out. Let's have some fun. Some of my best races I had weren't... Oop, I lost the track there. Weren't just from placing good or getting a good start. They were from going back and forth with, you know, another guy in my class. Maybe someone not even in my class. Just going back and forth, making that move. He makes a move. You get a move. You know, it just makes it fun. Booster was MIA this race. I didn't talk to him before the race, so I didn't know he wasn't coming, and someone told me that, yeah, he wasn't there. I was like, oh man, Booster would have loved this video. I mean, this race. I was just watching his video from like 2 years ago, and he was like, just talking about how much he loved it. I'll see, yep, I'll let the faster rider go. I don't know if he's in my class or not. This could have been a mistake. I forget if this was a guy that, that gets stuck in a bottleneck here and then causes me to get messed up. Well, anyways, it's neither here or there.
Golly.
Yeah, golly. This was a great weekend. Great weekend for me. I went up north Friday, went to my property for the first time for the year. It was like 78 and sunny. Oh, just perfect weather. Yeah, so here's the backup. There's a guy just let go. He squeezes by, and I'm gonna try squeezing by. Whoops! I think I hit the bars and sent the bike down. Alright, he gets moving. People are just shooing through. I'm losing positions. Oh, 002 got hold of me. Mr. Stinko himself. He's on his Yamaha. Sorry, not Yamaha. Suzuki.
Right behind you.
He had to put another motor in. He over the winter built a nice badass motor, and he's having some issues with it. So he threw in the backup motor, and he's going with it. Here we go. Back to some wetness. And, you know, some wetness is very deceiving. So, you know, it might not look like much, but I try treating it as, like, some really bad stuff. So I'm going to go through, and I'm going to gun it. This was pretty thick. And we're getting through there. That's thick. I'm staying to the left. I am running tubeless in the bike. So if you knew that or don't know that, this is first or second race on the tubeless system. And I dropped down the pressure to like 8 psi in the back and 10 in the front whenever Thursday before we're leaving for up north. I didn't check it between then, but the tires certainly felt nice and soft. They were gripping. And this was a course to grip. I got Todd in front of me. I think I don't know if he just snuck on by me while I was blabbing about the tubeless, but there he is.
Does control, my friend.
Does control. He's playing it smart. He's trying to figure out something. Yeah, I'm figuring out where the deepest rut is. So I'm gassing it here, and I've learned. Just don't dig it down. Don't dig it down. So I popped up the back, boom, gave it the gas on the side. Oh, it jumped right on that 2-inch lowering kit, 50 millimeters is the shit. Sorry for my younger viewers. I'm sure you've heard the 4-letter word before, but I don't know. Maybe I'll bleep it. All right, here we go. So we're going. And boom! Whoa! I just like slid down into that rut. There's a backup here. I'm trying not to blow through the tape. I'm just cruising on through over the rocks on my merry old way. See right here, I should have just freaking went down one gear, dropped the hammer, and went. But this is such a, I don't know, different course to. I didn't feel like I had a lot of speed to, or not speed, a lot of comfort in going fast because there were so many obstacles that just came out of nowhere, you know. And everyone that knows me and watches the video knows I'm not the fastest. I'm trying to be. I'm trying to improve. I don't know. I'm used to improving better. Years and years of riding flatland and BMX, I would improve. Riding dirt bike, it seems, it's my old age. My body takes longer to recruit. I'm sore. I got every excuse in the book. But I am out here having fun. And having fun is what it's all about. Because if you're going to just get way too serious on things, it takes the fun out of it. At least that's my thoughts. You can have your own thoughts. Those are my thoughts. Look at that. Ooh, up and down the hills. My brake cable and speedo cable are sticking up rather high there. I guess that's from the lowering kit. They would normally be 2 inches higher. Let's see, we got anything good here? Let me look over my map. My distance, we're almost on 5 miles. You know, I think most of our tracks have to be, and this is just a really loose thought, 6 miles or more is what I thought they might have to be. That's why when I heard this one's 9 miles, I was kind of thinking, well, you know, that's rather long. I usually pack enough gas for a 2-mile race. Alright, so this, I have no idea what's going on. You just came up to this. Look, this is a big old soup mess from hell. So I'm trying to at least come back out here to figure out, you know, trying to stay on course, but not going straight to where everyone's stuck at. So, and it was like down in the freaking valley of death. You couldn't go up to the left. So I'm gonna go straight. I'm gonna gas it. Everyone's stuck right there, and I'm like, well, you know what? I just went back through this whole way. Why would I go right up there to the left? So I came right up here, went through this, not knowing how deep it might be, and luckily I made it out.
Come on, guys, get together.
Get it together. Oh, they're all stuck and freaking probably pissed, and I'm just like, bloop,
I feel
bloop.
like I already taken this way. I'm doing it twice.
Oh gosh.
Maybe, maybe not.
I don't know. See, there was a corner coming right down there. If you stayed real tight on that corner, you would have not went into that water, not went to that bottom area. But when I was going down, I couldn't see any freaking direction of which way you're supposed to go. So I just went down trying to, you know, figure it out. And luckily I made it out of there. Going through, this is like a sand area? Sand pit, something?
Well, I guess this is a good race for 300 power.
Yes, it was a great race for 300 power. Because I was lugging it, and the bike just went in. Everything I asked for it was doing. Now we're coming up to another spot. I have my little nicknames in my head that they were. And this was like the construction cement mix spot, because like whenever I went through it and when I fell in it, it just was like it felt like a cement mix. It wasn't sand, it wasn't dirt. It was like a really kind of fine, thicky cement mix. So getting ready to get up to it. And he's stopping, he's eyeballing it.
Oh no! What the hell?
I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh, what are they doing to me? Alright, here we go. And oh, yep, jumped off. But look at that. It's like, I don't know, it's like you could make a little snowman. It would cement up into a snowman. A cement snowman. Going up. Making it through. The mud just made things more challenging. Lucky for me, I didn't get stuck, so I was pretty happy with that. Nothing like getting stuck and then it just like ruins your race. You know, like that one time I got stuck and no one was there to help me. A couple of people that did stop to help me was not enough to get me unstuck. So ever since then, I've been like a little gun shy with wanting to, something happened with 002. He had to stop for a second, caught up to him. This was definitely not the race that I wanted to not have my hydration bladder for, you know, because I personally drink and sip a little bit of water just as I go. It's just a something I do. It helps me stay hydrated, and it just helps me bypass some time, you know, do some stuff. So I went from the 200cc scooter to the 300cc scooter. When you're not in the power band, it just has that scooterish Vespa sound to it. One thing going on these off-camber hills, you had to give it brake, and I tend to give it more rear brake than front brake. And I had to do brake control to where it would start sliding, but you had to let off at the perfect time to still like stay down in the rut or not go past the, you know, the edge of it. And luckily I timed everything pretty good. I thought to myself, you know, if someone came in here with not as much experience and they just held on to that brake too long, they would go right down further than they should. Alright, we're in the clear. We're going. It's getting green out. For you guys not here in Michigan, we just started getting some decent weather. 6 months of winter and jumped straight to almost summer. So our vegetation was catching up. I was happy to see some greenery. Makes my videos look more colorful also at the same time. Boy, I just got that hunk of mud on my...
I can't even talk that much. I've concentrated 110%.
Yeah, I have been rather quiet this video with my little comments while I'm racing. And actually, that thought in my head that I was being quiet was why I just said something about being quiet. Really love that recluse. Oh my gosh. My forearms were starting to get a little arm pump in them, and I was just like, thank God I don't have to clutch this every 2 seconds. Even with a hydraulic clutch, it just, my carpal tunnel, it just eats me alive. So, thank you, recluse. It's such a great design you guys made. Helps racers like me out. I got whacked with so many tree branches, I had to constantly check my my camera to make sure it wasn't turned. That I just did it right there, because my switch to turn it on record, you flip it forward. So there's been a couple times that I went through some brush and it whips my switch back, which shuts off my video. So I was trying to be a little conscious of it and check it, that way we don't lose no footage. Oh yeah, clean out the pipe, clean out the spark plug. Let's get, oh, word. You know what? I hear someone on my butt. I hear a roaring 4-stroke, that's what it is. And look who's making the move on me. It's Todd. There he goes.
Oh, you're the boy, Todd.
Oh, he's on it. Todd's been doing good this year. He showed up late last year with Hare Scramble racing, and he's been doing good. He has that KTM 350, and I'm gonna give him a challenge. You ready?
Oh shit! Ah!
Yeah. That's the challenge. Have you ever heard my falls? They don't sound like that. They sound more like, oh, and I get right back up. No. I did the Van Damme split from hell. My left leg planted, that bike slid out so quick. Freaking, I think I ripped or tore my tendon. It is hurt.
What's that?
Where's it hurt?
Back half of here, I did like a super split.
Did the Van Damme.
Oh. Ooh.
Yep.
That's a gnarly course.
It's something, ain't it?
It is something.
How many times around you been?
It's the first time.
First time around.
Yeah, we were in the very back of the class. Oh.
Takes a good half hour or more to go
Yeah,
around.
that was just setting my helmet down.
Here, I think I'll sit it off in your little vehicle.
Yeah.
I'm not even like standing, I need to sit. So, fast forward a little bit. I probably sat there for 5 minutes. I don't know, I didn't catch the time. But I figured, well, you know, they got things to do. I got things to do. I did realize my race is over. I mean, the pain was that bad. And I have a back problem. So I take a painkiller before the race for my back. Well, even with that in my system, this is probably an 8 out of 10 of pain in my leg right now.
Oh, that hurts.
Yep, it hurts like a mofo, like super duper
Super grassy spot.
mofo. So my challenge, I wanted to have a little fun with Todd. Seeing, you know, Todd's a quicker rider than me. I know that. That's why I wanted to stick with him and battle it out. It would help my times, help his times, and it would be fun. And it lasted what, 30 seconds? I gave it too much gas on the hill and slipped right out and put the foot down. Didn't really intentionally put the foot down because I knew I was sliding, but it just, I don't know, it might have got caught on something. So it just freaking planted down in the ground and the bike kept going and it freaking just nailed me. It tore, ripped, broke, whatever it did. It hurt so bad. I mean, like, super duper bad. So let's look over the distance. I did 6.9 miles. I was like so excited. I wanted to go through scoring and at least be in the top 5. I think they would have, you know, kept pushing me and everything. And from what I heard from a lot of other people as the race went on, they bypassed a lot of those bad areas. So, yeah. I'm trying to get the kickstand up. I cannot even kick the kickstand up with my foot. So I start the bike and just ride off with the kickstand down so it would just flop up. That's how bad my legs hurt. So the pain is on the back of the leg, above the knee a couple inches, and it kind of goes mostly towards the top of the back of the leg. But when I sit down, I kind of feel some type of pain in my, I don't know, like hip area. Hey, there's Logan.
Got loose.
Did it?
That's Dave Palmer's son. He's a X-Class rider, and he was having some clutch problems, so he was telling me about some repairs they made.
Now it's kind of good.
You want me to look at it?
It's fine now. It's tight now, but it's really loose.
Well, get back out there.
I'm waiting for my class to come by.
Hell no, get back out there.
Get out there. You don't need to be in your class. I freaking just slid out, freaking did the Van Dam split, and I think I messed up a tendon in the high part of my leg. Yeah.
Perfect timing.
I hurt myself.
Oh, really bad?
Decent enough.
Which means yes.
Where?
My leg.
Really?
Yeah, I kind of did a splits and it just went.
Which I didn't break a bone,
Can't
so
even
that's
pick
good.
up the kickstand, so it's pretty bad.
Oh,
Fritz! Fritz!
great.
There's my little
Fritz.
klein
I'll just
hund.
take him with me, Jeff.
He's Fritz,
there?
5.5 months, little puppy dog.
Oh, yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Yeah. I
I've had my ups and downs.
I had to throw this in for you
my
guys.
fair share of bumpy roads and heavy
This
winds.
is the correct way to do it.
That's what made me
Whenever
what I am today.
You want to do
Now I
it,
stand here before
and you're
you.
trained to do it.
What you see is a body
You
crafted
don't do
to
it
perfection.
how I
A
did
pair
it.
of legs engineered to defy the laws of physics. And a mindset to master the most epic of splits.
We have the man, Mr. Van Dam himself, showing pony down. How you get on your KTM, and how you split your legs if you are in a slide correctly. Like that. See, it is very easy. That's it. I was out for the race. I freaking crashed and burned again. I'm not doing that good this year. But don't worry. I'll be back for the next race. I hope. Auf Wiedersehen!